Hi, this is Victoria, bringing you some helpful tips from my home to your home. Today in this video, we will be talking about different kinds of plants in my backyard. Now, I will be introducing to you guys some plants which is not very common in our country, Philippines. Now, perhaps some of you are quite familiar, but maybe some of you are not also familiar with this kind of plants. So, I will be showing you guys how this kind of plants may look like, and of course, perhaps try to know what's the leaves looks like as well, and perhaps to see how it grows and what's the size. So just a little bit information about it, guys, for those people who are not familiar with some of the plants, and we only saw it sometimes in the market, and it is already processed. So it is quite different if you are already if you have seen the real plant. Well, we will start with the rhubarb. So here's my rhubarb. So actually these rhubarbs will grow as much like maybe 2 feet or more. It depends on the soil condition. And this one is just tiny one because I already harvested all the long, how will you call it, guys? Leaves or the stem of the plant. So I already harvested some of it, so that's the remaining. And of course I did not look after too much, so that's how it looks like for now, and perhaps lacks of the sun because it is under the forest, the little forest here, guys. So perhaps that's one of the reasons that it does not grow much, because it needs a sunlight. Now let's move on to the potato. So here's my potato, guys. So that's the leaves and how it looks like. So that's the potato. Actually, there were different kinds of potato, and my potato here is just this kind of classification that it does not grow as much. I don't know how it looks like with the other potato, but this is my potato here. That's how it looks like. And what will happen, guys, when you plant potato, you have to form that size. You have to elevate the soil here and make it like a mountain, because the fruits will just be in this side. I will show you guys. We will try to see if we could find if there is already a fruit, because usually, guys, the fruits will just grow in this direction. Woo! I hope it will I hope we could find a tiny one, because usually if it's not yet maybe a moment, no? Look, if there is a potato, there is nothing much for the moment. So usually the fruits will just grow in this area, in this direction. So that is why you need to put a lot of soil in there, so that to bear a fruit. So that's it, our potato. That's the leaves, how it looks like for a close look. So that's the leaves of the potato. And of course, guys, we have what we call thyme. Are you familiar with the thyme? So this is also a potato. Can you see? So that's how it looks like. And now here we have a thyme. So here, again, this is a potato. So that's how it looks like, the leaves, guys. And this one is a thyme. Here. So have a look with the leaves. That is a thyme leaves. So if you are not familiar, so that is our thyme, and sometimes there's a little flower here. It depends on the month. There is some kind of flower there. And now I will introduce to you the rosemary. When was the last time that you have your pizza with a rosemary? So rosemary, guys, this is how it looks like, and of course that's the size of the rosemary. So that's a rosemary plant, and sometimes some of the big houses, they had it for decorations, and of course this is good as well to mix with the bread. There's a lot of goodness with the rosemary, and of course the rosemary oil, the essential oil of rosemary. Maybe some of you knows that there were some essential of rosemary they used to make it with the perfume. So that's our rosemary plant, and of course I will introduce to you next with our mint leaves. So this is the mint leaves, guys. So if you want to make a mojito or anything like drinks in the morning, you just drop it in the 1 glass of water and leave it for maybe a night, or maybe just pick up a little bit like this and put it in your water and leave it for a few minutes. Then you can drink it, guys, and there is a lot of health benefits as well with the mint leaves. But take note, the mint, there is also a lot of classification. So this is just one classification I have here, guys. So be familiar. So if you are not familiar with the mint leaves, and if you are only if you've seen only this one in the market, so this is the fresh mint leaves. And now next I will introduce to you to what we call tisan. And this kind of tisan, guys, is a melis. This is a melis plant. Actually, this is not the right moment to harvest this kind of plant, because the leaves, because as of the moment, guys, looks like it was eaten by the insect. So this is the mint leaves, but I usually harvest this as during the during springtime, like early before summertime or springtime. That's the best time I harvested this one, or take some of the fresh leaves, because this is nice to make tea. Tisan, it's not really a tea, but it's a kind of tea that make you sleep at night. So you can do it like drying it and making it as a powder, and you can make it drink it as your tea at night, so that you could have a good night's sleep. So this is what you call melis. But as of the moment, the leaves is not so pretty, because there's some maybe insect that try to eat the leaves. So that's how it looks like for the moment. So that's a tisan. For a close look, maybe I will show you one of the nice leaves here, guys. So this is the tisan or the melis. So that's how it looks like. And the leaves is like that. So that's our tisan, or a tea at night. That's what you call the drink. If you drink it at night, you can have a good night's sleep. And now here also my potato. So here's my potato. So that's how it looks like. So you have to plant it very well, guys, like a mountain, because the fruit will be here on the body. That's what I have said a while ago. So for those of you who are not familiar how it looks like, that's our potato. And of course, I will not introduce to you some of the plants here, because I know you are familiar, but of course you know very well that's our strawberries. But the big question is, guys, what will happen if you plant in the Philippines? And because there's a lot of questions, guys, if it is okay to plant in the Philippines. I think yes, it's a big yes, because I have a cousin that who plants also strawberries, but their areas is not very hot, so they were able to harvest a few. But guys, the big question, even if you are here in Europe and if you are not looking after with your strawberries and when the weather is too hot, what will happen, guys? This is what will happen. Sad to say, they look like this. They are very, very tired. And of course, it's my fault, guys. I did not look after because, you know, I just spent too much time with the computer. So that's what happened, guys. So can you imagine, guys, if you are in the Philippines and you are planting strawberries and you cannot water it too much, this is really what happened. So can't you see, guys? Now, this is just an update of my strawberries. Because the last time, if you have seen, I took a video and they are also beautiful. And that is the time of starting April, like springtime, going to June. So they are all beautiful and they are bearing a lot of fruits. But for your information, there were also some strawberries that bears a fruit during the springtime, but there were also some strawberries that they start bearing fruits starting June. But mine, they usually bear a fruit during starting last end of March, starting April, something like that, or April. So this, I have one here. This is a gift from my neighbor. So this one, it's a June bearing strawberries. So can't you see there is a flower? So it starts to bear flowers, and this is what you call another classification of strawberries. It will bear a fruit at June time. Same here with the other one. I have a fruit here. So that is June strawberries. I'm not an expert in planting with strawberries, but this is what I have experienced in my garden. So guys, for those people as well who are not familiar with the leaves or a plant, what you call this one? Pineapple, an apple. So this is the leaves of the apple. Perhaps some of you have a big tree of the apple. This is just newly planted apple, guys, apple tree. So it does not grow much yet. So that's so tiny for the moment, but it will grow later on. So if you want to know the leaves, this is how it looks like. Now let's get back to my strawberries. So can't you see the strawberries, guys? It looks like this. And they are nearly dying, guys. They're dying. But I'm trying to save them today. I hope they will be saved. Otherwise, I need to replant again. Well, anyway, that's what you get. There is nothing free in this world. If you want to have a nice fruit and if you want to harvest more next year, and if you don't want to spend a lot of effort, you have to look after. So this is what I get, guys. It means if there's a need, I need to replant, so I need to spend a lot of effort again. Now, one more thing. I want to introduce to you to what we call the chives. Chives, guys, is like this. But my chives, it seems like having a flower now, and since I did not harvest them, this is what happened, guys. They bear a flower, and normally the chives, it looks like spring onions as well in our country. But the chives the leaves is like this. It's tiny, guys, tiny, but looks like a spring onions. But this one, we call it a chives. Now these chives, if you eat a lot, based on experience and what I have seen in Google, if you eat too much, it's like you could perhaps have what you call this one, diarrhea. That's what I have seen in the research. But anyway, maybe perhaps not all of us are all the same, but this is how it looks like, guys. This is how it looks like. That's the chives, and of course it bears a flower, and the flower looks like this, and it like violet in color. but this one can be eaten. This is edible, and you could add it to your food, and this will add more flavor to your food. So now, if you want to know, this is edible, the flower of the chives. You can eat this one, guys, except this one because it's already old and like dry. Only the fresh one, guys. So this is my chives, and also they're dying and I need to save them. That's why I water them tonight. And of course, we have what we call the puaro. I don't know the puaro, guys, and it bears a flower. So that's a puaro, but I forgot what's in English, guys. The puaro, because we call it puaro here. It's kind of family of onion, but no, I have one. I remember I make this one leek. This is what we call the leek. So this is the leek, and this is the flower of the leek. Could you see how beautiful it is? So that's our leek flower. So it's beautiful, guys. Can't you see the leek? But I'm not really sure if that is edible, but I was not able to try it yet if it is edible. But my mom used to say to me that if the leaves and the other part of the vegetables can be eaten, so there's a chance. But I will not introduce to you guys because I haven't tried it yet, and of course I will not recommend to you. But except the chives, I was able to have the flower, and it is so tasty if you add it to your cuisine. So that's it for tonight. If I missed something, guys, I have a little tour with you here with my strawberry plants that are all dying. But for the moment, have a look with a little friend here. Make a living, even already late at night. Can't you see how industrious is this tiny creature, guys? Even late already here. It's like night time in our country, like 8 o'clock or 9 now, 9 o'clock in the evening. But look at this tiny beautiful creature here. They are still making a living. So look how beautiful. This is a kind of a bee, but this is not the one who make a honey. Hello, beautiful. So that's it, our beautiful friend here, guys. Hello. Now let's get back to my strawberries. So I'm taking care of my strawberries today, guys, because I feel pity, guys, with my strawberries. So for now, we'll put a lot of water. So that's it for now for the strawberries, and we will have a little view of our strawberries. So can't you see, guys, what's the update of my strawberries? If you are the one who were able to see last time with our strawberries, it is very healthy, lots of flowers, lots of fruits. Now this is it, guys, the update of my strawberries. So moral lesson of this video, guys, is you have to look after your plant, otherwise it all comes back to us. It means you have to spend a lot of effort to put it back again and to making them healthy again. So you have to replant it and of course fertilize it. So one way to fertilize as well, all you need to do is to make use of bio fertilizer. So what you will do, guys, is like this. So all you need to do, pick up the one you get from your backyard. Like after cutting your grass, guys, in your backyard, all you need to do is to put it somewhere. This one, if you remember, this one is an old one, guys. This is not the fresh one. So I just keep it like that for the moment, just to save it for future use. So what you will do is you will do mix it with the soil. You have to mix it with the soil, guys. Otherwise, you will put first the, like for example, the soil. The soil, you will put a soil. Then after, guys, you will add this one. It's like sandwich, no? You have, or burger. Soil, this grass, then the soil again. So you have to mix it. If you have some eggshells as well, it could be, but you have to ground it. And of course, if you have some coffee remnants, you have to mix it as well. That's a bio fertilizer. And what is the essence of doing it, guys? Soil, then on the top is the grass or other garbage from your kitchen, and next is the soil. So what will happen, guys? This material, the grass, will provide aeration to your soil. So the soil will not be very, very compact. So it means the soil can breathe and it can easily absorb the water as well. So that is the essence of mixing the soil and the grass or the garbage from your kitchen. So it's a simple fertilizer that we could do to our plants to have a very healthy plant, guys. So that's it for tonight. Thank you so much for watching. And if you are new to my channel, please subscribe or like, share if you find it very helpful, and of course click the notification bell. Then you could be updated with our new upload videos. So that's it for tonight, guys, and I'll be continuing with my task here, watering my strawberry plant. So thank you so much, guys, and see you again in my next video. Bye for now.